Hey babes, my name is Jessica and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope you enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified the next time I post a new video. Today I wanted to share with you guys how I set up for my guests, how I check them in, check them out, wrap up for my guests so you can make lots of money. Us as beauticians, lash artists, time is money. If we are not servicing our guests and we're just, you know, taking our sweet time to wrap up, to do this, to do that, we are wasting a lot of time and making less money. So I have a system. If you do not have a system, take some notes because this is definitely going to help you have more time with your guests versus just doing random stuff. You definitely need a system. So let's get started. The first thing I like to do is arrive at my studio about 30 minutes before my first guest arrives. I come in here, I open up my iPad, I look at my booking software and see each single guest that I have of the day. See if they're getting classic, volume, hybrid, what they're getting. I go into my Good Notes app and pull up each of my guests' consent forms. And like my consent and note forms are all together. So I go in there and look at their notes. So when I do look to see if I'm doing classic, hybrid, or volume, I then come into my lashing palettes and make sure that all of my palettes have fresh new strips. So if they're like running low, I go in and add more just so when my guest is here, I don't have to be, you know, fumbling around throughout the day. The second thing I do after I check what my guests are getting and see if my lash palettes are nice and fresh for them is I go in and make sure I have enough mascara wands up here, I have enough doe foot applicators, and just move everything up. So if there's anything missing, like my adhesive rings are going low, I just restock them really quick. It takes about like 3-4 minutes to just restock everything up, so when my guest arrives, I don't have to be looking at like my back stock, and I can just have everything ready for my guest in like my actual easy to reach areas. So I like to have everything right here at arm's reach again, so I don't have to be getting up and going and looking for things that I need for my service far away. If you guys have a big studio or like you work at a salon where it's really big and you're constantly having to go get paper towels somewhere, having to get something over there, if you only have like 3 to 5 guests through the day and you know you need those items, why don't you bring them over to your station so you don't have to get up and waste that time? You know what I'm saying? You just have everything right next to you. While I'm like replenishing my jars, I purchase things in bulk. So like my adhesive rings, my mascara wands, my doe foot applicators, I buy them in bulk and I keep them in a drawer. And like I said, every morning I just replenish them and make sure I have enough. If I start noticing that I am running low on backstock, I'll go on my notes app and write it down. Like I need mascara wands. If I notice that I am running low on any lashes, I also take a note on that. So when it is ordering day, I see everything that I'm running low on and I could repurchase everything versus having to run out of things in the middle of the week. I have back stock ready for me and for my guests. I do have a YouTube video, I'll link it up here for you guys, showing you how I keep inventory of my lashes. It's super easy, super duper easy, and I still do that to this day, and it keeps my lash inventory all stocked up without me having like, oh my god, I ran out of C, 0.15, 10 millimeters, like I'm always fully stocked. I then set up my iPad. I connect it to Wi-Fi, I connect it to Bluetooth, I go into my Spotify app, and I make sure my first guest is all set. So if she likes more of a relaxing spa feeling, I put that type of music on for her. Or if she's someone that's a little bit, her eyes jitter a little bit more and she needs something with lyrics in her music to calm her down, I'll set that up. I have that on my client notes as well, just to like, you know, cater to each guest, because some guests like to come in and go to sleep and have a relaxing spa moment, but then there's some other guests that don't like to go to sleep, and if they like are just laying there, their eyes are jittery, so they like that music with lyrics to like ease their mind and like relax their eyes. So I set up the music, then I come over here and set up my SMA. It is a sanitized maintenance area. I think that's what it's called in cosmetology school. I am a licensed cosmetologist, so I don't know how it is for estheticians. I'm sure you guys have like a sanitized area where you put all your things. Once you're done, you throw away the paper towel and you cleanse everything. You throw away the disposable items. That's what an SMA is. So I'll get a tissue and I will place it here. I already know what my first guest is getting, so I set up for my first guest. I get gel pads. It really depends which ones I'm using. My favorite ones are the Undies by Untamed or these by Amazon. So I'll place my gel pads here, then I know exactly what tweezers I'm using. So if I'm doing a classic, I'll get my classic tweezers. If I am doing a volume set, I'll get my volume tweezers. If I'm doing a hybrid set, I'll get all 3 tweezers. I'll put them in my SMA. Everything in here is clean. I also clean at the end of the day, make sure everything that I put back is nice and clean. So I get those 2 items. I also come in here and get myself a mascara wand. I get a mascara wand cover. That's why I like to have this fully stocked, just in case I drop this. I leave it on the floor and I get another one. It's really easy for me to get them from here versus just having them in the bulk bags they come in. You know what I mean? So then I also get 2 doe foot applicators and then I place them here. I go in here and get a adhesive ring because these are what I like to use, and I place it down here. And I'll also get one of these just to cleanse the nozzle of my adhesive, and that's mostly what I get on here. I'll also most likely have my lash mirror on here. Sometimes I just have it right there, just on there. But this is what I do before I get any guests. Before I open the door to greet my guest, I always set this up. I never ever get a guest without having this set up for them and without having their little consent form pulled up for them. I am, like I said, in a studio, so I'm able to have the luxury of having my door closed, and right when everything is nice and ready for them, it smells good in here, it's nice and clean, everything is sanitized, everything's ready to go, I can get my guests. That's how I like to do it. I don't want them to come in here and me have to fumble and be getting things while they're just sitting there. I want them to have like an easy experience. On text messages, I set it up for them. I tell them where I'm located. I tell them how to get to me, to arrive 5 to 10 minutes early. I am conditioning and kind of training my guests to arrive, to be ready, to use the restroom, to have their lashes nice and clean, and I tell them this every single time. It's so funny because one of my guests tells me like, oh, you know you're a mom because you always ask about using the restrooms, and I'm like, yeah, I am a mom, but it's not really that. It's that I don't want you to like lose time, you know, because if they need to get up during their appointment and they need to use the restroom, that's digging into their time. That means less lashes. Picking up a lash and placing it down is about what, 2-3 seconds. So if they're going to use the restroom for like 5 minutes, that's so many lashes that they're losing, you know, like we're not placing those lashes. I work by appointment time, so my appointments are anywhere from an hour and a half for touch-ups to like 2 to 3 hours for full sets. So on their touch-ups, they are already have lost a lot of lashes. Their lashes are outgrown that I need to remove. So all of that takes time, and if they don't have clean lashes and I'm here like cleaning for them, I just already have them kind of, you know, training them to come in with super clean lashes and to have already used the restroom, just so when we sit them down, they can relax and I can apply as many lashes as I can and they could be nice and full. So when I bring them down, I ask them how are their lashes, if they want to switch anything up, and once we're all good and ready, I ask them as well if they want to use the charger. My recliner has like a little USB that they can charge their phone while they're, you know, with their eyes closed. I get my gel pads, I open them up, and I toss the little paper thing in there. So I'm not keeping trash here, it's just keeping my appointment time again faster. So I place the gel pads down and I ask them to close their eyes and they could go to sleep. So another tip to make your appointment go by super fast is mapping them. You want to make sure you have a little Sharpie on hand and map your guest, because then you're not double guessing. I placed my iPad here with their notes so I can see their before and after pictures from their last appointment, and I could also see their mapping so I can know if they have a cat eye, if they have an open eye, what lengths I'm using, and diameters as well. So again, my little lash stash is nice and ready and everything's just super quick. I lash map them and I can see exactly what I have to pick up, what I have to place. Once I apply the last extension on my guest, this is anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes before my next guest arrives. I brush them out, make sure they're nice and brushed. I grab my lash mirror, make sure there's no stickies, make sure they look nice and fresh, nice and full, nice and even. I look at my tweezers. I make sure there's no adhesive, there's no dust, there's no anything on them, and I place them in Barbicide. These tweezers need to be sitting for at least 10 minutes, so I want to make sure they're nice and clean so I can go and rinse them before my next guest. I place them in there, then I start misting my guest. Once I start misting, I let them know, hey, we are about to be done. I'll let you know when it's okay to open. Make sure you are washing them every single day. Once you wash them, pat them dry, brush them out, and you're good to go. Do you have any questions for me? They say yes, no. Take the gel pads off. I grab the mirror. I let them look at them and I let them know, do you like them? How do they look? They tell me everything's good. Put the lash mirror back. Grab my little, what is it, ring light. Take our after picture. Did I mention that I also take before pictures? Take an after picture. Once I am done taking the after picture, I grab my little mascara wand, top it with the little topper right there, and I gift it to my guest. Push the button that lifts them up. The sun is setting, so let me tell you really quickly how I wrap up. So while I'm lifting on my guest, I ask if they want to pay with cash or card. If they're paying with cash, I don't need to do anything with my iPad, but if they're paying with card, I go into the app where I connect my POS, like my card reader, and I go set it up over there. While they're taking off their shoe covers or placing their shoes back on, I ask them about their aftercare once again. Make sure they are fully stocked. If not, if they need to purchase an aftercare kit, I can add it to, you know, their grand total. Let them, you know, get situated over there while I finish setting up over here for them. They're either swiping their card, getting money out their purse, and I am removing my old SMA, throwing that tissue away, getting a new tissue, placing a new mascara wand, gel pads, adhesive rings, you know the gist. Then I ask them if they want a water or a mint before they head out. Once they head out, I close my door and I start getting ready for my next guest. My SMA most of the time is nice and ready. I just need to clean my recliner. I come over here, I spray it down with either Lysol or Clorox wipes. I really like this one. This one is the mango and hibiscus. It smells amazing. I spray down my whole recliner. While I'm letting this sit, it needs to sit like about 10 minutes again for it to disinfect fully. I go in my app of my client's notes and make sure I am importing the pictures that I took from my phone into my iPad and into their, you know, little notes, consent form, you know, sheet folder that I have on my iPad. I'm not sure if I shared with you guys, I do have a video on that, so go check it out. It's in the description, or I already placed it up here for you guys. I write their notes, what we did today, like if we talked about anything. Once I wipe everything down, I am good for my next guest. And that is how I keep my clients super duper happy. I know some of my guests, they really love that the time that their appointment is, I'm ready for them, and the time that I tell them that they're leaving on that time. I've had some guests tell me that they've gone other places and unfortunately they say they're going to be done at one time and they like go way over time, or they cut their appointment short without telling them why, or they're out there waiting for 20-30 minutes. I've even had some guests say that they've waited an hour for their lash artist. So with these simple tips and tricks that I am telling you today is going to make you a top-notch lash artist. It's going to make your clients super duper happy and coming back to you. It's going to make your lashing day go by super duper smooth. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to share with a lash friend. Let's share the lash love. I might have missed something, so just check on me with my Instagram because I have been sharing random stuff over there that, you know, might spark a little creativity in your day. I know that I am a little bit backed up on my YouTube comments and on my Instagram DMs. I'm really sorry. I've been super duper busy, but that's no excuse. You guys take the time to watch my videos. You guys take the time out of your day to reach out to me, so I am definitely gonna start making that time to reach back out to you guys because you guys truly mean so much to me. We're about to hit 10K on this YouTube channel and it's super duper mind-blowing, but other than that, if you guys enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down so I can know. Subscribe down below and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified the next time I post a new video. And until then, bye my loves. You can also quickly subscribe to my channel. If you click the face that popped up, click it and you're subscribed to my channel. And don't forget to watch 2 other of my videos before you head out. I love you. Bye.